Everyone knows that the living room is the heart of the home. It's where a lot of us do most of our gathering, hosting, and relaxing. So you don't want it to feel like a showroom, right? Hi, I'm Joy, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about ways to make your home feel a lot less boring with a focus on the living room. Hopefully these will be tips that are helpful for you as you're rearranging your space or moving into a new home. I have lived in my current apartment now for 3 years and it has seen so many changes. I started with a neutral minimal space and it has now blossomed into something that is a colorfully curated space with a lot of elevated furniture and decor that speak a lot to my personality. This actually leads me to my first tip, which is, what do you want your space to feel like? Like, what is the vibe that you're going for? Is this a place of rest and relaxation, or is this more of a place for fun and gathering? It can be both, or definitely all at once, but I would say to focus primarily on what it is that you're actually using the space for every day. And once you figure that out, you can add on functionality. You don't want your living room to be boring, but you also don't want it to be chaotic. So you need to start thinking about what is functional for you. Like, if you need storage because you live in a small space, then maybe prioritize getting a sofa with storage in it or a coffee table with storage in it. They also have storage units that double as media consoles. Sometimes they come with like shelves attached. These are just some of the things that you can think about, so that way you're killing two birds with one stone. Like, you're adding functionality and storage to your space while also being able to look at elevated design. The best thing about my apartment is the storage. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and it's just me and my husband, but we have a lot of stuff. We're definitely collectors. We have a lot of trinkets, a lot of DIYs. We're very creative. So there's just always things that I need to not look at and I need to have somewhere for it to go. So I'm able to store all of my junk, but when it's closed, it looks pretty and it makes it seem like I have my life together when I'm really in shambles, like literally all the time. Another one of my favorite forms of storage is shelves. I have a lot of wall shelves literally in every single room because I like to use the walls. When you live in a small space, it's important for you to find creative ways for you to not have to take up floor space. I'm a lover of music and me and my husband are vinyl collectors. So I tend to run out of space in our 1-bedroom with storage for where all these vinyls are going to go. So in me having wall shelves where I'm able to double the shelves as decor, it's helpful for me to use that as a way to showcase our personalities just through storage. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't encourage you to incorporate color somehow. I'm on the higher end of the spectrum when it comes to adding color to your home, but it's actually something that I never suggest. I always suggest starting out with a neutral base. It is a lot easier to add color to your home than to take it out, in my personal opinion. So by doing small things like pillows, candles, colorful books, or with, pieces with texture like that, even blankets, that is a great way for you to kind of test the waters and get your feet wet on how you feel with color. That's how I started out, but I am a art enthusiast, like huge art collector as well. And when it came to decorating my place, me and my husband both decided that we essentially wanted our home to feel like an art museum or an art gallery. Like, that's one of our biggest passions, one of our biggest interests. And so with our love for abstract design and Black art and all of these things, we knew that, again, it meant that it was going to be colorful, but I chose to use artwork as a way for me to play with color. From there, I decided to just pull the colors out of the artwork just to keep things cohesive. And that was a really, really easy way for me to add pops. But that's a totally different topic, a totally different subject for another day. Please let me know if you would be interested in hearing me talk more about color and tips on styling color. I don't know. Like I said, let me know. But colors definitely play a huge part in your mood and your psyche. So for me, it worked out because as someone who is a full-time content creator who works from home, I needed inspiration. Like I needed excitement. I wanted to be able to wake up every day and feel something and not just feel cold and bland and dry. Like I wanted fun, and that's definitely what I feel I created. Now I'm so happy because I feel like I live in a space that feeds me and gives me constant inspiration. With that said though, you might not want zero color. Like you might want black and white, you might want white and gray, and that's totally fine. However, I would suggest try adding interest in other ways, like through your throw blankets, using like certain textures and fabrics, playing with wood, even like keeping things organic. Like just these are some of the little details that you have to be, again, really intentional about in order for your home in general, but especially your living room, to feel less boring and like more of a cozy space, more of an inviting space, and not just somewhere that is a showroom, somewhere that you would just see in a store. My taste is obviously not everyone's taste, but that's the point that I'm trying to prove, is that this is your home. It should feel like you. This is something that I'm really passionate about, but I don't feel like I personally want to live anywhere that doesn't have any inkling of who I am or a representation of me and where I come from. Like that's just a personal preference. But for you, it could be something as simple as pictures on the wall so that your home doesn't feel like you live in a white box. So your living room doesn't look like the living room next door. Okay, so I don't want this video to be super long. So the last tip that I'm actually going to leave you with is lighting. Lighting can drastically change the entire mood and vibe of your living room. I mean, no one likes the big light. And if you do, unfortunately, I am judging you. I'm so sorry. I am. Historically, ceiling lights in older homes tend to be really warm and really yellow. In more modern builds or modern spaces, they are typically fluorescent and very cold. It's just too much. It's just not the vibe. So lamps are a great way to, control the settings of where you want your lights to go. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that type of lighting, but in smaller doses. I always recommend lamps, whether it's a floor lamp, a task lamp, a desk lamp, or sconces. It just really feels elevated in a way when you're choosing where you want your lights to go. Another thing that I find most people don't actually discuss is what lighting looks like when it's turned off. Like we always talk about mood lighting and like the vibe of your lights, but people don't often speak on how useful it is to choose lamps that can stand out as decor on its own. I have so many different shapes and sizes of lamps for that reason. I like to choose lighting that add to the design and not take away from it. Some of my favorite lamps are my globe lamp and my donut lamp. They are just perfect. Now, there are lots of things that you could do overall in general to make your home feel a lot less boring, especially your living room though. The list is long, but I definitely feel like everything that I mentioned in today's video, for me, in my opinion, are the most important. I hope that this has been helpful for you and answered any questions that you might have, or at least gave you some sort of direction on where you can start. If you enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you would leave me a comment, like the video so I know to make more videos like this, and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in seeing more of me. In the meantime, if you like interior design and you like my interior style, which is very colorful, eclectic, all the things, I would suggest you follow me on other social platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. That's what I'm on mostly. I'm the same name on everything, so it shouldn't be hard for you to find. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until then, I will just see you guys next time. Bye.